Check mic 1 2, and check in mic 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check. Slight echo. Yeah. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, mic check 1. Clear. Yeah, that's better. So the beginning of the game, Police off to a pretty good start here. 20 runs on the board after 2 overs, and that was a quite expensive over by wire. And now Captain Conroy Wright will need to put a lid on things here. So I'm hitting through the offside. Lovely stop there at short cover. That seems to be Adrian Wright in the cover area. And Dar looking with a lot of intent today, and the outfield is looking pretty green lush today because they had some rain over the last few days. Conroy gets now over number 3. Bolsadar, who's pulling that one, is in the air, but it's gone over the keeper's head. The first slip is running. Let's look into the boundary for 4 fortuitous, but Dar got the desired result anyway. I think the extra pace from Conroy Wright wasn't in control of that ball at all. Here we go, Conroy now trying to fix this over full this time, and Dar is tucking that one into the offside. That's much better from Conroy, this ball, because with his extra pace and the field in, any sort of connection with the ball will go for runs. And with such a good start by Police here, 24 runs already on the board, only over number 2.3, he will need to be very accurate with his bowling at this stage to bring the scores back, to get a lid on things here in the first power play. This over must be a good over for Corporate Boys. Again, lovely delivery just outside the off stump, and it's gone to the boundary for 4. Again, the extra pace flew past the man at first slip, sort of a wideish first slip, and the man at third man, even though he was on the boundary, had no chance. The extra pace and the delivery just sailed into the boundary immediately for another 4. So 2 4s in this over. Not in control, but the desired result for Police. And therefore, Dar is not going to mind how the runs come at this stage. However, Conroy, I think, trying to bowl with a little bit of a change of pace is working really hard here to bring the overs back. Another delivery short, just the off stump. Dar is pulling the thing a bit premeditated, and that completes the over. Again, I think Police this stage would be the happier of the two teams. 28 runs on the board after 3 overs. That's good going, and it looks a good surface.
Innings. And that's just a wild swoosh at that one outside the off stump. Standing umpire Ezra Hewitt. At square leg we have umpire Leon Watson today. Police looking to tie up a 3rd place position here in this Derek White Elite T20 competition. Just a reminder that later on, one is hit high and he's under it, and that one is taken in the out. Later on today we have the Elite T20 final. Later on today we have the Elite T20 finals coming up between Greenies and Seoul. the new batsman for the police team, Kartik. He's come to the crease. He had a good innings last week after a fortuitous run-out dismissal. He made a score of 57 last week. He'll see if he can carry on his good form here. And in comes Tevin again. And that one is pitched up, defended on the offside. Lovely weather here in West Bay today. No rain in sight. Always good for cricket. And that brings us to the end of the over. The score now moves on to 33 for 1 after 4. Just a reminder, you're watching the third place game between Police and Corporate Boys in the Derek White Elite T20 competition. Taking the ball now is Adrian Stickman White, right? Sorry. He will be bowling from the pavilion end here at the Jimmy Powell Oval. Yeah, he bowls a bit of so we will continue here. Currently at the crease. That one is hit straight down the ground and it comes all the way down to the pavilion. He gets 4 runs there, 4 runs to Kartik. Comes on the front foot and presses that one down the ground, past the fielder inside the circle to the boundary for 4. That one was a little bit too full by right and punished. And that one is swept away. It hits the fence now. 4 runs again. Kartik is dealing in boundaries here. That one swept away. Deep backward of square. More on the 45 angle. So right under a bit of pressure here. He comes in again. And that one is driven down to long on. Or to mid on. Mid on comes around and collects. Yeah, Kartik had a good knock last week. He struck it well. So ended. It seemed as if he had quite a bit of time to play that one. That one defended into the onside. They run a quick single. Almost run out there. Good piece of backing up. Once again, good piece of fielding there. And that brings us to the end of over number 5. The score moves on now. 43 for 1. One more over to go in the power play. We have a change of bowling from the proposed school end. I'm not sure if it's still a proposed school. But the far end of the Jimmy Powell Oval, coming on to bowl now, Ronald Ebanks. In comes Ebanks. And that one is driven straight back towards him. Feels it off his own bowling. veteran wicketkeeper Ainsley Hall changing the field there. And in comes Ebanks again. Ooh, he drives at that one outside the off stump. That one spun away from Dar. That one is looped up and they punch it into the offside for a single. Field moves around now. Once again, right hand, left hand combination. Forcing a bit of field changes. Kartik defends that one back down the pitch again. Good over being put together here by Ebanks. Only one from it so far. 2 balls to go in this over. There's a reverse sweep. And he appeals and he's given. And that is the end of Kartik. He was fortunate last week not to be given run out. But this week he's gone. He's gone LBW. Given there by umpire Ezra Hewitt. He goes and Ronald Ebanks picks up that wicket. New batsman to the crease, Adario Walcott. And he'll be facing Ronald Ebanks. 1 ball to go in this over. And he looks for a single, but Adrian Wright now to continue from the pavilion end. In comes Wright. And that one is played away on the leg side for 1. And that one is played straight back down the ground again. Adrian Wright, he doesn't turn them too much, but he holds a very tight line. And in he comes again to Walcott, and Walcott punches that one down to the long on fielder. They get 1. Dari is going to look to attack here. The field is spread out a bit more now, so it is expected that some runs should start to flow. And he pushes that one down to long on for 1. Apologies, we still have a right hand, left hand combination at the crease. Right to Walcott. Walcott defends that one onto the onside. And they run an easy single inside the circle on the leg side there. Wright's not happy, but it would be difficult to stop that single unless he went for the ball himself. Dar looking to work that one for another single, but he doesn't get a run there. And that's a good over there by Adrian Wright, also known as Stickman. He manages to get through it without a boundary being scored off of him or without any real pressure on him. Once again, you are watching the third place game between the Police Cricket Club and the Corporate Boys. After this game, we'll have the final, and that will be played between Soul and Greenies. Ebanks coming back on. He bowled a really good over last over. 1 over, 1 run, 1 wicket. We had a bit of rain yesterday, so I anticipate that the pitch would probably be a little bit slower than usual. Last week we had really high scores, up to 187, I believe, which was followed up by a 170. I think that a good score on today's pitch will probably be around 150, actually. It's a bit slower. That one is driven down the ground again by Dar for 1. A score of 150 here would be a pretty good score, I think, on this wicket, given everything that has transpired with the weather yesterday. Police would definitely be looking for 150 and up, and that would increase their chances against this Corporate Boys team. The Corporate Boys team hasn't quite gotten it right from a batting perspective for this season just yet. They've had some pretty low scores, several scores under 100. It's a dead ball there. Not sure what happened. Bit of talking going on out there on the outfield. In comes Ebanks again, and that one is quicker, and that one is edged, I think. I think that one was edged away. Was it? I think Ronald appealed for a leg for leg before wicket there, but yeah, was off the bat for sure. Edged away down to third man. A really good delivery there by Ebanks. It beat everybody. That one hit into the offside. They take a quick single, and that one hits the batsman. Another good over there by Ebanks. So the score moves on now to 54 for 2 after 8. Police slowing down here. They're scoring at a run rate of 6.75 runs per over. They'll definitely want to be scoring at 8. Possibly to push this score up to 150, 160. Wright going into his third over. He may bowl out all of his overs here in this segment. And in he comes to Dar. Dar hits that one away. And he should get at least 2. This one goes down towards the cover point boundary. It's picked up and it's thrown in. So he gets 2 runs there. Nice looking shot there by Dar. A little bit of width on offer, and he put it away. And that one they appeal hard for caught behind, and he's gone. Dar is out, caught behind. He tries to cut that one away again. He's sent on his way by umpire Watson. He does not seem to like the decision, but then which batsman likes to be given out? It looked to me as if he edged that one. The keeper and the bowler went up right away. Dar was unmoved, but he has to go. And that's the unfortunate part about this game sometimes. But eventually, we'd like to hope that these decisions balance out. He was quickly sent on his way by Watson. It doesn't seem as if there was much doubt there about the decision. He was definitely given out caught behind in a hurry. And Stickman, he picks up what is his first wicket of the day. Police lose their third wicket here. And to the crease now we have Viran. If Police want to get up to 150 or 160, they're going to need to get a move on here. Corporate Boys will not mind this at all. And that one is down the leg side, and he sweeps hard. I don't believe he got much of anything on it. If he did, he probably got a bit of glove. I don't believe he got much of anything on it. If he did, he probably got a bit of glove. 59 for 3. Or 60, sorry, for 3, I believe. Ebanks to continue. He's going into his third over. He picked up that early wicket in his first over of Kartik. And in he comes again. And that one is cut away. A great diving stop there at backward point. Really good stop there. Definitely saved a couple of runs. Ebanks to continue here. It's been a while since we've had a boundary. Police struggling to get it going here. They're just touching it around the inner circle, getting one where they can. And I would like to say that Corporate Boys will be pleased with what's happening so far. Could have been a run out there. A really good piece of fielding again. They scamper through for 1. In comes Ebanks. Oh, and that one is jarred out. Tried to hit that one over the offside, but it could only square it out to the man at the 45, who I believe is Sunil. We'll see his innings later on today, how he goes. That one is hit to deep mid wicket. Picked up by Davion Codner, also known as Power Mouse. And that brings us to the end of Ebanks' third over. It's both 3 overs for 13 runs, 1 wicket so far. Police now, after 10 overs, the score moves on to 65 for 3. Interesting decision here. It seems as if Wright is going to be replaced by Codner. And Codner is going to be bowling from the pavilion end. Dead ball there signaled by umpire Leon Watson. In comes Codner. And tries to late cut that one. Does Walcott. Seems like he's batting with a hula hoop there. He missed everything. In comes Codner again, and that one is up. And once again, he misses everything. I'm telling you, he's batting with a hula hoop. He's batting with a hula hoop or a torchlight there. He missed that one altogether. A missed chance. It should have been stumped by the veteran keeper. But I'm sure that Codner will let him off the hook with that one. That one is hit high and long all the way down to long off. It bounces one bounce, almost a catch. Codner was looking for a catch there, but he didn't get it. That was by Muddo. Muddo is a very good fielder. I'm sure if he could have taken that one, he would have. And that one is well bowled there by Codner. Walcott can only just defend it into the offside. Lots of dot balls here. They need to get it going if they plan to get to 150 or 160. Right now at this rate, I think that they may just barely make it to 120. That one is hit down the ground into the onside. They're risking it. They're going for two. This one could be close. Wow. Almost run out there. Almost run out. A direct hit would have done it. And they get one run. Not much happening for the batsman right now. Not much at all happening. That brings us to the end of the 11th over. The score now, 70 for 3. Ebanks is going to be coming to bowl what will be his last over for the day. He'll hope that he will not have to bat later. Down all the way down the ground. It goes all the way for 6. He finally found the middle. It took him a while. He missed about 4. A missed stumping chance off of him. But that one goes all the way back for 6. Really good shot there by Walcott. We see what he's trying to do. Has a few more deliveries to go in his spell. That one was quicker. A really good take there by the veteran keeper Ainsley Hall, also known to most people as Twissy. A really good take down the leg side there. It must have brushed the batsman. The umpire didn't signal anything. That one is outside the off stump. And that brings us to the end of Ebanks' allotment of 4 overs. He's bowled 4 overs, 1 wicket, 19 runs. And I apologize. We will definitely be in for a real treat later. We have a really good game coming on. The final between Greenies, the defending champions, and Seoul. Both teams have been quite consistent this season, so you'll definitely want to hang around with us for that game. That game will start at 1:30 p.m. weather permitting. The sun's a bit hot. don't expect any rain, but this is the tropics, so anything can happen. And that's a really good stop there by Davian Codner. That one was driven hard, but he picked it up quite easily. Oh, that one hit. I think he was actually attempting to pull that at one point, but it ends up in the offside. A direct hit would have done him there, but he managed to get back, and that's 2 runs to Walcott.
You would have to say that Corporate Boys kept the lid on things quite well after the power play and have now what looks like a very evenly balanced game at this point. 12 overs gone, 12.3 with only 79 runs on the board. I don't believe any team has so far edged ahead of the other. It's still sort of hanging in the balance at this stage, and I think Corporate Boys is mixing up the pace quite well, changing their bowlers, a lot of rotation, and I think Police batsmen are just trying to hit the ball a little bit too hard at this stage. And here we go, Bold hitting across the line. Just as I said, that trying to power the ball to the boundary was not the way to go. And his bold middle stump by Davian Codner. That's a straight delivery, didn't do anything. Literally a straight delivery. And he swung across the line, hitting towards the leg side, trying to get that.
You know, I think earlier on, Kartik failed to do that and tried a reverse sweep, and he was found wanting, you know.
And I must say that since then, they've been playing pretty smart cricket. But again, Police would need to work this out very quickly. I don't think that trying to power the ball to the boundary is the way to go. It's much better hit down the ground and wait for that very short delivery or the one that's very full in order to go for those power shots. At this stage, I think playing in down the ground is much better option, and hitting the ball a little bit later is the better option.
And that brings us to the end of another Davian Codner over. Police struggling a little bit here. They need to get a move on. That one is played into the onside by Mohan. Just to the end of that over. Another promising over there for the Police club. They're going to need a few more of those. Walcott still at the crease along with Mohan.